in the let's ruin everything we love and flog that dead horse still, apparently James Cameron is working on a new Terminator movie, which will be a reboot. Arnie has said recently he's not going to return as the Terminator. It depends what work Linda Hamilton? Harrison? No, Linda Harrison was Nova from Planet of the Apes. Linda Hamilton. Is that right? Whoever played Sarah Connor in the original, she's not going to be doing it anymore. So, yeah, but he still wants to carry on flogging that dead horse. That's a good idea, Big Gator. I'm just going to call you Casey. But yeah, again, The Terminator, outstanding movie. You know, it's far from a perfect movie, but it was such an interesting film and a classic 80s film. Terminator 2, I'm going to go out and say on a leg here, I know some people don't agree with me, it's almost cinema perfection. The film is fantastic. You've got the good theme about, the mother, the father thing and all this kind of thing and how John needs parents. And it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then Terminator 3 came out, which was just sort of, they tried to do the woman thing and it didn't work. It's the one with Nikki Stahl and Claire Danes in it, even if you can remember it. Then they had Genesis. No. Then they had, not Genesis, the one with Christian Bale. The only thing I can remember about the Christian Bale one is him having a paddy at the sound guy. Do you remember that? And he's like, "Oh, me and you are done, mate. We are done. You are so unprofessional." That's all I can remember about that film. And it had Moon Blood Gold in it. But then you had Genesis, and then you had, what was the last one? Dark Fate. Hamilton. Thank you very much, Linda Hamilton. Dark Fate, which was just, again, they lent into the whole theme. The main Terminator bad guy, who was he? Can you remember him? When you think Salvation, thank you, that was it. Salvation, yeah, I'm just going to put up Gator's comment there. Salvation wasn't that bad. As I remember, I actually remember quite enjoying it. But again, it was dragging things out and it just didn't need to do it, unfortunately. Like I say, it's the flogging a dead horse thing. And then Dark Fate, like I say, when you had the original Terminator, it kind of put Arnie on the map. It was Arnie. That was one bad dude. I'll be back and everything else. Brilliant. Who was the bad guy in Dark Fate? It was a Mexican fella. Again, completely forgettable, completely understated. Women had to be better and everything else. I have seen Dark Fate, and again, I couldn't tell you anything about it, apart from Arnie being old. Couldn't tell you a thing about it. But obviously Cameron doesn't think of it that way. But then Cameron has got that Midas touch. Although people are saying Avatar and Avatar 2 have apparently got the highest viewing figures of all time and the biggest box office draw and everything else. But you know what? I barely know anybody who's seen it. And so I keep thinking to myself, a lot of people have been saying the same. It's like, hang on, who is watching Avatar? Because doesn't seem to be that many people who are watching it. So whether those numbers are a little bit fiddled with for tax reasons or whatever it might be. But there we go. Just going to call this up. The Terminator series went wrong where they kept using the same time travel plot item when they should have simply followed the original timeline and depicted the development of Skynet and how it went crazy. See, it's so weird how, no offense to you, Casey, but some random guy off the internet understands the lore of Terminator better than Hollywood writers. Yeah, see, you didn't. I started watching Avatar when it came out on streaming, and honestly, I gave it about an hour to when they met the water people, and there's no story there. No story there at all, and I was bored. And I have said that on social media, and I have had my head bitten off about it, especially saying, "Oh, look at you, little Star Wars fan. It's only looking at the pretty pictures and stuff." And I'm thinking, yeah, but at least Star Wars had some kind of interest. I just must mention, I nearly got into an argument. I don't argue with people on the internet because it's pointless. But I nearly got into an argument with somebody about the Return of the Jedi coming back to the cinemas, and I said I didn't want to see it because it was the special editions. You've got Vader shouting "No, no" as he throws the Emperor off, which kills the scene for me. But also you've got young Anakin, for some reason, stood with Yoda and I can imagine Obi-Wan as Alec Guinness going, seriously, why are you 25? What's that about? Anyway, but yeah, this guy said he liked the special editions. And I said, oh, you're okay with hand shooting first? And he said, yeah, I prefer it. Greedo shooting first. Yep, there's people out there who actually think that Greedo shooting first was a good addition to Star Wars. I will check that out. I do like Red Letter Media, so I will definitely have a look at that. Thank you very much, Big. That was an excerpt from the Outpost Frequencies, brought to you by the lastmovieoutpost.com. We hold a live stream every Sunday at 12 p.m. on Central Time and 6 p.m. UK time. You're welcome to join us. In the meantime, make sure you visit the lastmovieoutpost.com for all of your movie news, reviews, and everything cool about film. Ugh, so cheesy.